sussy baka.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is your boy Yooper here, coming at you guys with another video. So today, instead of me grinding ranked, I decided that I am going to try out this Car 98. I actually ended up only playing a couple of matches with it. I'm still trying to figure out the scope and everything. This is just the 6.6 scope that I had from like MW2. I don't freaking know. I just don't like using a sniper without a scope. But in any case, today we're going to be doing some Tales of Dorm 4, or Tales of D4 rather. It was the dorm that I spent like 90% of the time that I was in Job Corps. It's where I was, so I'm just going to hit you guys with a bunch of mini fables for today to try to fill up the video here. So, but if you guys like this kind of video concept, I still have a bunch of stories from Job Corps, but I'm gonna start doing some different kinds of story time for whether it's jobs, you know, selling Kirby's, because I did that, and there was a lot of stuff that I did during Kirby that outside of selling that were crazy. So if you guys like this kind of content, be sure to let me know. I love telling stories, and so this is one of my ways of being able to actually do that without boring people. So if you like it, let me know. But otherwise, we're going to kick things off. We got 3 stories or fables, tales, however you want to call it, from D4. So the first one is going to be how I discovered gravity. Not really, but rather people around me discovered gravity and what happens when a heavy object falls from a high surface. So to preface that, if you're wondering how the hell does that even make sense? Well, simply, when I got into Job Corps, when you know, there's 3 dorms. There's D3, D4, and D5. So kind of like I explained a few videos ago, D3 is where all of the new inputs are if you're male. And then after about a month after you got off a green status, which is like when your first 30 days, you have a couple different statuses. You have white, blue, maroon, silver, and gold. So white and blue were your troublesome statuses, maroon was your average status, and then silver and gold were your above and beyond higher statuses, right? And so once you got assigned a different color status in green, 9 times out of 10, if there was room, they'd put you in D4. All the women were in D5, and then the people that were on their way out on the male side, like they were 90% done with the program, they would go to D5, where it's a lot nicer living conditions. But in any case, D4, when I first got there, I was like, oh, you know what, I'm going to take top bunk, because there was nobody. There was only a couple of guys in my room. It was me, the room leader, and then my boy Cowboy. I didn't really know him at the time, but, you know, a good buddy of mine, basically like my brother nowadays. But at the time, just knew him as a 16-year-old kid who everybody called Cowboy. But in any case, he was on the other side of the room. It was me and then our room leader. And it was funnier than hell because I had the top bunk, I am a vicious sleeper, right? So I am like a tornado. You can even ask Jade, my girlfriend. Like, obviously she's behind me sleeping on the couch right now because it's like 1 in the morning and I can't sleep. So I thought, hey, I'm gonna record a video. I'm like a freaking tornado, dude. Like, I will tear up a bed. And I'm pretty sure she gets hit with stray elbows, or me stealing her blankets or her pillows. Like, I'm just a vicious, hardcore sleeper. Like, I'm fighting something when I'm sleeping. But in any case, ended up falling off of the top bunk. And what was crazy about that experience is that not only did I wake up and I didn't really hurt myself because it's off the second bunk, so it's like at least 5 feet, if not about 8 feet, or like 6 feet, whatever. And you know, we were in the very end of the hall, like probably a good, I'd say, half a football field away, if not more, than the main office, and it was nighttime. But that vibration from me hitting that freaking floor was enough to cause our older RA, who, mind you, was in the Army for like 25 plus years, Mr. Wagner, his name was, he came by and was like, what the fuck was that? Like, he genuinely thought something broke. But nope, it was just my fat ass falling down. So, that was pretty cool. So yeah, that's story number 1. And then it kind of leans into the second story, which was D4 was kind of like the more well-traveled part of Job Corps at the Blackwell facility. So, unfortunately, because that's where the majority of people like spent their time, a lot of times, we had like different kinds of classifications for like a student council, so to speak. So like you had the dorm president, you had the hygiene person, you had the maintenance person, like different positions that were available on like the council or whatever the fuck it was called. But the maintenance side wasn't really the best. So what ended up happening was we figured out that if one person couldn't, like if only one person needed to shower, the water was cold because of how big the water reserves are. But if we went ahead and we had 2 or more people shower at the same time, all of us would get hot water. And so we used to have, which sounds really sus if you think about it, now looking back, we used to call them shower parties, where we would get together. Now obviously it was individual stalls, so it's not like a gym locker room where everything's open. Like you had your stalls, so you had your privacy, but literally 3 or 4 of us would get together and go to the bathroom to shower together, like, at the same time, so we could all utilize the hot water instead of just freezing our dicks off. Because especially in the winter time, dude, that water, man, let me tell you what, it would freeze your nuts. It was so bad. But we would have shower parties and we'd all just play music and fuck around and have fun and mess with each other, like pour buckets of water on each other. Like my buddy Cowboy was showering, I got done earlier than him, and I got done before him, and I stole his clothes, and he ended up having his steer. No, it was my buddy. Can't think of his name off the top of my head. But he ended up taking his clothes and ran off with them, and so he had to wrap himself with a shower curtain just to be able to run out. And Mr. Orr, one of the resident advisors, RAs, kind of like our babysitter, so to speak, making sure we're not killing each other and shit, came out running, was like, Cowboy, what are you doing running around with your underwear out? You just got a shower, what are you doing? Like, kind of yelling at him. And so we were responsible for that, but it was just kind of funny, like we'd have these shower parties, we'd all just bullshit with each other, talk smack, throw water on each other. Like, it was just honestly a really good time. And looking back, definitely, like I said, sounded a little bit suspect, or never really thought about it, but looking back, it was definitely a little bit gay, if you could lack for a better word. Kind of a bad word to use during Pride Month, but I really can't genuinely think of any other word other than sus, I guess. But that's pretty much it, really, guys. Just a couple of stories I wanted to share with you guys. Like I said, if you do enjoy this kind of content, I genuinely enjoy telling stories. I guess I'm a little bit of a bard in that regard, but if you guys like this kind of content, drop a like. Let me know in the comments down below. But I'm going to finish out the rest of this video by saying that the Car 98 is absolutely fantastic, and I'm going to try to get some different content for you guys to have in the background for these story times. So, other than that, that's going to do it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, stay frosty, my friends. Have a nice day, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the video. Peace.